Let's learn how to use Terraform to create an Azure storage account with a container and then upload a file as a blob into that container, and how we can get a public access to the blob. So into here I have that main.tf file that describes the resources that will be created as part of my Terraform template. So it all starts with creating a resource group into which I'll go to attach my storage account. So onto this blog I'm describing the configuration for that storage account. So it have a name, resource group, location, and then the account tier I'm using here for the demo is standard, and then the replication type I'm using the local redundant storage for this demo, and they want my storage to be publicly accessible. So for that I'm setting the allow blob public access to true. Then into that storage account I create a container. So first I attach that container into the right storage account name. Then I'll set the access type to container because I want to give public access to the blobs within that container. After that, I'll move to create the storage blob. So into here, I took the demo to upload a file from my local machine. So I give that blob a name within Azure, and then I attach it to the storage account, to the right container. And then I specify the type to say block, because here I want to send or to upload a file from my local machine. That file would be the commands.sh file that contains the commands that we'll be using in this demo. Then I have another Terraform file that is the variables.tf that describes the variables that I want to use. So those are the resource group name, location, storage account name, and the container name I want to use. Then in Terraform.tf vars, here I'll assign values for those variables. Then I'll output some values like here the storage account ID, the blob endpoint URL, and the blob URL itself here after running that Terraform template. For the providers, I'm using the Azure RM, so I'm specifying here the required providers as the source for those is the Azure RM, and I'm using per today the newest version, which is 2.40. So let's now go to try to deploy this Terraform template to create a storage account, a container, and a blob into the Azure cloud. For that, I'll start here by the command terraform init. That will go to download the Azure RM provider in my local machine. So from here, I can go to run the command terraform plan to generate the plan that will show me the changes that will be made. So I'll go to output that plan into a file called tfplan using the -out parameter. And here into the plan it shows me the resources that will be created, the for that will be created, along with the output that will be expected. I'm ready now to run the command terraform apply, and I want to apply that exact plan that I have generated before. So I'll use the command terraform apply the tfplan. Great, so those resources were created successfully, and here I get the blob URL. So that's the link for my file that I have uploaded, and then the endpoint for my storage account, the storage account ID, and I can see those information from my Azure portal. So from my Azure account, I can see here the storage, the resource group for my storage account, and into here that storage account. And if I go to the menu where I have the list of all my containers, I should get here my container that I've called it my files, and into this container I would find a blob called samplefile.sh, and this is actually the local file that I have uploaded. So if I go to check its content from here, edit, I'll find, yeah, exactly the same file that contains those Terraform commands. So that was uploaded into here, and in addition to that, this file now does have an URL. So if I go to the overview to the URL, I can copy that URL and I can go to download that file into my local machine. If you are looking for the Terraform template that we have used in this demo, go to this GitHub repository where you would see here in the folder number 13 the demo for the storage blob. So into there you would find that Terraform template. If you are looking for more content about anything related to DevOps, containers, Kubernetes, and Terraform, please go check the videos that I post regularly in my YouTube channel. Thank you.